All right, before we even get started in the video, if you're just here to find out where to find those 2 gemstones for the coming out event, don't worry, I got you. We'll do this real quick, then we'll get into the rest of the video. First off, the very first one is going to be part of the fluid milestone. This is the quick rumble event. You have to do 3 levels for 5,000 points, and there it is. Super simple. The second one is in Nexus node 3.3. That's the Mystique node. You only need to complete it once. Now, if that's all you came for, congratulations. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Maybe hit the like button if this is all you did and you're bouncing right away. But otherwise, let's get into the real video. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Mongooli Show. And holy cow, do we have a good one for you today. This is going to be an action-packed blog with tons of stuff to go over. Last week, we didn't have very much to talk about. There literally wasn't a single blog between the Friday blogs. This week, we've got one pretty much every single day, so let's not waste any more time and jump right in. All right, so the very first thing we're going to talk about is the Envoy curated recommended squads. Now, this is something I've not really done too much with, but my Blitz squads were getting pretty messy, so this came around at a really good time for me, and I'm going to show you how you can do it. You've got squads from Duelim, Pathfinder, Valley Flying, and Dorky Dad, and they're going to go over your raid squads, your Blitz squads, your war squads, and your Cosmic Crucible squads. So whichever one of those you feel you need the most help from, you can find one of these 4 creators and get the codes from them. Now, it's Canada Day weekend, so we're going to stick with Dorky Dad. And as I said, my blitzes are getting pretty messed up. So we're going to take this link and we're going to copy and paste that. So we're going to Control C, and then let's switch the view a little bit so you can just see a little bit better. Up in this top right corner, you got the 3 lines there. We're going to click on those 3 lines. We're going to go to Saved Squads. Now, this part's a little bit silly. I wish this was a little bit clearer, but you're going to go to Import at the far end there. Click on that. And manage, and then you're going to import the list. So when you click on that, it'll ask you for the code. We're just going to paste it and click on there, and that is the squad. That's all the Blitz squads that Dorky made. Now, what we want to do is click all and copy it. Go over to Blitz. You can see these are my squads. We're going to actually select all those, delete them, and then we're going to paste. And there you go. Now I've got all of Dorky Dad's squads ready to go. Now, Dorky Dad admitted he is a very advanced player. So if you're like a moderate or mid-game player, you might not have a lot of the pieces to make these teams work, but it's Blitz. Who really cares? But I'm just saying, like, I don't know, choose whichever content creator you trust the most. As I said, we're going with Dorky on this one. You can't go wrong with Dorky. Hit save at the bottom right there, and you're good to go. Now, I personally like to have my Blitz go from the weakest to the strongest, so we're going to go to Sort, and we're just going to choose that bottom pyramid so that the power is rising, because it's fatter at the bottom, so they're stronger at the bottom. And there you go. You can do that for all 4 squads if you want, for your raids, your Blitz, your arena, your war, or your Crucible, and you'll be just fine. There's also a link on this website for each one of their YouTube channels. Make sure you go and follow these guys. They've all got wonderful information, and they're actually pretty fun personalities just to watch and listen to. So go give all 4 of them a follow. And hey, while you're there, might as well click on my YouTube channel and hit subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. Next one we're going to look at is the Time Heist update offers. Now, this is actually a pretty major overhaul. We did a video on the original Time Heist offers, and if you still want those, they are available for you for a limited time. Spoiler alert, you don't want those. If you're a new player, if you're a veteran player, no matter what, they are bad, especially compared to these offers. These ones are actually much better. Now, you can see the very first offer starts at level 10, and it is only $3. This is Canadian, so it's probably cheaper in America. It is cheaper in America, which is actually a good microtransaction, like impulse buy level. Like, that's probably $2 in America. You wouldn't think twice about that. That's a coffee. Why wouldn't you spend that on a game that you're enjoying by the time you get to level 10, which takes like 15 minutes or something? Like, it's super fast. So you can do that all the way up to level 95. And if you do buy the one that takes you to level 95, you're actually going to get some pretty meta characters, including the Spider Society and the Secret Defenders. New Avengers are fine. They exist. But, well, I guess technically you will need them to unlock certain legendary characters. So never mind. They're actually pretty decent as well. They're no Spider Society, which is legitimately creme de la creme right now, but they're good. You're also going to get 12 million gold and 1,200 L4 training materials for less than the price of 12 million gold alone. So even if you're just in the market for gold, not a bad way to go. Now, we're going to get more in depth to this in this video right here, which should be live hopefully tonight, but definitely by the end of the weekend. So check back later or hit subscribe so you see when that video goes live. That would be absolutely amazing if you're interested in these offers. And honestly, they're pretty decent all the way across the board. Are they right for you? We'll find out. All right, the next one is super short but really impactful. The Alpha team just came out, and one of the things people were finding was that you could beat them really easily with Kestrel, Bucky Barnes, and Nick Fury. Now, essentially what would happen is Bucky Barnes had something in his kit where if he didn't have charges, he would gain like 100% speed or something. And because North Star, I believe it is, made it so you couldn't gain charges, Bucky Barnes could go infinitely fast, just over and over and over again. So what you would do is take out everybody on the team except for North Star and then just focus fire on North Star with this random infinite loop. So obviously that's not what they wanted that to do, so they did have to fix that. So they're just mentioning in this that they did change that so it doesn't work anymore. But for like the first war, maybe two, that was a jokey thing to do, to just absolutely neuter the brand new like Alpha team, which is, I guess, their name. I actually just meant that they were the Alpha Predators, but like, yeah, they are the Alpha Flight, so that kind of works. Nothing revolutionary in any of these upgrades. They literally just fixed it so that that didn't work. All right, here's the big one everybody is talking about this week. Whether you're happy the Illuminati is coming, you're looking forward to that rework for Mr. Fantastic, or more likely, you think that this is an absolute garbage way to release a new legendary character, everything you need to know is in this blog. It's got the kit breakdown for the actual Illuminati team, which is 6 people. You only see 5 in the photo right here. Hank Pym is also a member. So you got 3 new members in Captain Britain, Black Panther Shuri, and Hank Pym, and 3 returning or reworked characters in Mr. Fantastic, Iron Man, and Black Bolt. Now, I've been told that Black Bolt is a little bit disconcerting. Just he's not as strong as people want him to be unless you're going against villain tech, and then he's incredibly strong. Iron Man just got a rework not that long ago, so it's not a big buff for him. But Mr. Fantastic is apparently the star of the show here, as far as the rework characters go at least, where he's incredible, or fantastic if you prefer. Now, mine's sitting at level 1. I haven't even started to bring him up yet, but if this team is something you want, it's a Cosmic Crucible team, just so you know. Mr. Fantastic is one to be bringing up for sure. Now, the controversy with this team is we're going to be getting Black Panther out fairly shortly, Shuri, in an event where... Sorry, there's going to be 2 showcases coming up. You're going to have a Black Panther one, and you're going to have a Hank Pym one. And then when the third one comes out, you're going to need both of those characters at 5 stars to even compete in it. And that's the only way to get Captain Britain at the moment, is if you've got Shuri and Hank Pym at 5 stars. At the time that that comes out, you're not going to have access to Hank Pym's even free-to-play event, so you are going to have to buy him 100% from 0 to 5 stars. We do the math on that, how expensive that could be, plus you need to bump Shuri up. We don't usually get 5-star unlocks for characters anymore, so you're going to have to spend something on Shuri and a lot on Hank if you want Captain Britain. All signs point to Captain Britain is going to be an Apex character in Cosmic Crucible, so if that's one of your favorite game modes, like it is mine, you might want to think about buying on this event. I have a video on this breakdown right here. I don't go over the kits, so if that's something you're looking for, I would again say go to Dorky Dad. He does a great job breaking down the kits. But I talk on this subject way more and go in depth with my actual thoughts on it and whether or not I think you should be spending money on this. This one is live. You can click this one right away. All right, and this one actually came out just now, like in the last 2 hours or so, like right around when the actual blog came out. This is just them basically saying that they are going to be changing the Alliance War again. Now, we used to have a global bonus of plus 20% to primary stats for all attacking and defending characters, I believe. They got rid of that for the attacking characters to make defense a little bit stronger, and a lot of people are not very happy with that. So starting on Monday, they're going to be putting that 20% bonus back into the war game. They're saying that they actually really appreciate all the feedback. They're listening, so keep it coming. So whether you like this or you don't like this, let them know. Are they doing a great job? Are they failing horrendously? Shout them out. They want to hear from you. On Wednesday, Doolum was streaming live over at twitch.tv/Doolum is here, I believe it is. And 2 of his audience members decided they were going to fight it out over who was going to take top place in the rankings for gifted subs. Now, if you don't follow on Twitch, what that means is you can actually gift subs to the community. Twitch takes half of that money, and Doolum, in this situation, will get the other half of that money. So it's incredibly generous because they actually gifted over 600 subscriptions over the course of this time. Now, why do I mention this? Because Stark, community manager Stark, ended up joining the chat, was impressed with what was going on, and gave Doolum permission to give off 2 little nuggets of information. Now, this isn't full information, this is just a little bit what we got, but essentially, what it was Dulam won the last Cosmic Crucible Envoy tournament, and as such, he's going to be making room rules for room number 6. Now, those room rules are not finalized yet, but he was able to tell us the name of that room is Dulam's Destruction. Whether or not the room rules that he wanted to put forth are the ones that we're going to actually get when the season goes live, who knows, but he's working with the developers for it, and I think that's pretty darn cool. The second piece of information actually came from Stark himself when he very cheekily in the comments said, now you're going to have to defend your title in the next Cosmic Crucible tournament. The next Envoy Cosmic Crucible tournament. Oops, spoilers, and then he left. Now, I couldn't find that comment because the stream is 3 hours long. There's only so much Dulam topless you can look at, but I promise you it was in there. I was watching this thing live and it was a ton of fun. I also have this muted because apparently it was not muted. Hopefully YouTube doesn't ding me for that. I also have this muted because there's only so many times you can hear "Here Comes the Money" over and over and over again. I swear it's still stuck in my head from Wednesday. This is ridiculous. But either way, pretty cool that he got to drop those pieces of knowledge live on Twitch. This is a fun stream to be a part of. And if you want to go see more of Dulam, literally, you can go look it up in his VODs over at twitch.tv/ I was going to say the Mongooli show. Dulam is here. Whew. All right, we managed to make it through all the stuff that happened last week in Marvel Strike Force. Let's take a look at the stuff coming up next week. First up, they're saying keep an eye out for announcements for Zombie Juggernaut, Black Cat, and Black Knight diamonds being added to the Elite Store. I'm a little bit terrified about running into 3 diamond Black Knights all over the place, but I'm pretty close to getting 7 stars for mine, so hopefully I'll be one of those degenerates running around with one soon. We'll have to see. It's a little bit terrifying. Black Cat and Zombie Juggernaut, less impactful, but still good characters. So that should be in the next like 7 to 10 days, hopefully sooner than that. But you'll get an announcement when it goes live. Black Panther Shuri is coming to the game. Whether you want to spend money or power cores on her, she will be available very, very soon. July 2nd, that's Tuesday. You can spend 675 power cores, or I'm sure there'll be plenty of offers in the store, as well as keep an eye out for her red stars so you can get those out for her really, really easily. Keep in mind, this is a character you do need if you want to unlock Captain Britain. The next month-long event is called Wilderness Expedition. It's going to start on Monday, and you're going to be using that to unlock SASQUATCH if you don't already have him. Now, SASQUATCH is the last member of the Alpha team, and he is required for doing the Spotlight raid. So this is a character you're going to want to unlock pretty quickly. Pretty standard fare. You're going to have a lot of different avenues to unlock him. And if we take a look at the chart, yes, I realize it is unreasonably small. I apologize for that. You can see that there are a lot of SASQUATCH shards. You're going to be able to unlock him as soon as you get to milestone 18. That's only 156,000 points. Hopefully that's very, very soon so that you can get the Spotlight raids started as soon as possible for free. There's not a whole lot else on here that's super exciting. There is a SASQUATCH smash frame all the way to the bottom. No crimson gear, no diamond anything. Quite a bit of augmented stuff, which is fine. Lots of gold, which is good, but nothing like really exciting. SASQUATCH is the exciting part. There's also a leaderboard associated with that, where if you can make it into the top 2,000, the top 2%, you will get some crimson gear, which is really nice. You'll also get some diamond orb fragments. If you can make it in the top 2,000, you'll get diamond champion 2 orbs, which are amazing. And everybody's going to be getting some T2 level 5 ions, which is really, really nice. That's literally 100% of the players who qualify will get that. There's also some armor 18, some elite 6 and 7 credits, and some diamond orb fragments. So do your absolutely best, strive for this, and if you can make it into the top 2,000, you're doing really well for yourself. All right, and for the first event, we're gonna have, was it called anything? Week 1 expedition events? Nope, it's not called anything, apparently. No name. We got the event with no name. It says, search out Super Skrull Diamonds. That's exciting and terrifying. Mystic gear and training modules in this exploratory event. Make sure to battle your way through Sword Satellite, which is coming back in the very near future, for additional progress. So how you're going to score, you're going to earn Wilderness Orb Fragments and battle in raids with Alpha Flight characters. Each Wilderness Orb Fragment will give you 2 points. That's great. It's a 2-to-1 ratio. We're used to having that as a 1-to-1 ratio, so that's actually really good. If we take a look at the chart, we can see that there are no shards for any characters on here. There are lots of lab supplies and the map fragment number 1, which are going to go towards the month-long event. So that's going to be how you're going to unlock SASQUATCH. So hopefully this will give you enough points that you can get your SASQUATCH from them. Again, he's only a 45-star shard unlock, so it shouldn't be too hard to do. The Wilderness Orb Fragments, assuming they're any good, will be great. I'm sure they'll have SASQUATCH shards in there as well, or at least I hope they do. And at a 2-to-1 payout, that's not bad. You're going to get points from the milestone from the feeder event. That's pretty obvious. We've got the raid with Alpha Flight for 5,000 points. Now, this is weird because they used to break this down a little bit more. I don't know if you're going to have the entire team or just literally raid with any member of Alpha Flight for 5,000 points. But either way, it caps at that. And then whether you have Sasquatch, Guardian, or North Star at 5, 6, or 7 stars is going to pay out better rewards. Without knowing where we get the Wilderness Orb fragments from or how many of them we're likely to get, there's not a whole lot of math we can do on this video. But I mean, we usually can get down to at least the equipment event, the whatever this is, the unique piece event, and then usually a piece or two beyond that. So that's good. There is crimson gear as well as diamonds if you can get down absolutely far, but that's you're gonna have to spend some cash for that, generally speaking. There is a leaderboard for that event, and of course that's where the Super Scroll diamonds are hiding. So you're gonna need to get the top 1,000 players in order to get a 1 diamond for your Super Scroll. But for those who do, that's gonna be pretty amazing. You can get crimson gear if you're in the top 3%, and anybody below that can get some, well, you can get Diamond Dawn orb fragments if you're in the top 10%, or some Armory 17, 18, and T2 level 4 ions for literally everybody else. So not the worst, but obviously if you can get to that top 1,000 players, you're doing really well for yourself. Top 75 players are going to get 3 diamonds on Super Scroll. Absolutely disgusting. All right, Scientific Breakthrough, Fuel the Expedition. This is going to be the feeder event that we're going to be taking a look at. You're going to want to use Incursion Energy and continue your raid battles for this one. All right, so when you spend your Incursion Energy, it's going to be at a 2-to-1 ratio, and you're also going to have raid battles at 60. There's no cap on this, so the 5,500 points should be pretty easy to get to, I would imagine. So here's the math. If you just do 10 raid battles a day for the 7 days, that's already 4,200 of your points. Now, a lot of you active players are going to actually be doing more than 10 raid battles a day, so that should be super simple. And then you're spending Incursion Energy. Again, let's say you're just doing 120 a day even, times 2, times 7. That's another 1,600. You're already well over the point. You didn't have to spend any cores whatsoever. This should be a pretty good event, pretty easy to get. It's going to give you a bunch of the lab supplies for the month-long event, as well as a bunch of the mapping the wilderness milestones towards the other event we were just talking about. We'll go over all of this in greater detail on Monday when the event actually goes live. But for now, oh, and there's actually wilderness orb fragments in here as well. 2, 3, 4. You get about 4 wilderness orb fragments, and they count for doubles. So that's like 8,000 points. Not bad. Again, we'll go over that more in detail when we know what's actually in those orbs, where we're going to find them, stuff like that on Monday. For the quick Rumble Blitz, you're going to have the Avengers. There are a billion Avengers in this game. You've got 5 of them at 7 stars. I guarantee it. This should be super simple. The touch here for the chart, though, is not live. So I'm going to have to send that to developers just to make sure that they realize there is no chart here for this. It's the quick Rumble, though. I don't imagine many people really care that much. You just get free stuff, basically. Far more exciting is the return of Sword Satellite. Now, this is coming on July 1st at about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What you're looking at is 50 floors that you're going to want to be going through, and if you lose, you're going to drop up to 5 floors. There are save points every 5 floors or so, so you're only going to go back so far. Every character you use can only be used once per day, so you do need to be careful which teams you're bringing into each room. Make sure you're maximizing that as best you can, and climb up for some pretty good rewards. There are leaderboard rewards, which are going to be Captain America and Iron Patriot diamonds and red stars. Captain America is a little lackluster, but Iron Patriot I'll take for sure. Crimson gear, gold, T2 ISOs, and milestone rewards of diamonds, crimson gear, T2 blue S8 ISOs, gear credits, and wilderness orb fragments. So that's one way that we're going to get some of those orb fragments. We'll find out on Monday how many we're going to get, but these events are always a little bit fun. They just shake it up a bit. They're not amazing, but they're something different every now and then. So I applaud them for bringing this back. The coming out event is back. This is the final weekend. If you want to get that free crimson gear and some character shards, you're going to need to find 2 gems. Those 2 gems are hidden in game. The first one is here in the quick Rumble Blitz at milestone number 3. You can find that. It's only 5,000 points. This should be incredibly easy. You just need to remember to do it, essentially. The second diamond can be found in Mystique's node, Nexus 3-3. All you have to do is complete it. It will not show up in your rewards. Don't click it multiple times. You only have to do it one time. It will automatically clear the milestone. You will not see it in the event rewards. I have to say it every time, just in case. And if you complete that, you'll get 50 Deadpool, 50 Negatonic Teenage Warhead, 50 Kitty Pryde, and a costume for Nika Minora, the runaway costume. But more importantly, you're going to get some red gear, which is amazing. And even these orbs have been pretty decent to me. So pretty nice stuff for free, let's be honest. The Mercs Golden Bounty event is kicking in again. I believe this is the second last weekend for this. This is just a great way to get free gold and work towards your awakened ability for Old Man Logan if you don't already have it. Just remember to do it, essentially, because it's like, I think I've got it up to like 6 million gold a weekend or something. Like, that's just free money. Just take it and run. Oh, all right, that's all we got for you this week. This is a pretty exciting week in Marvel Strike Force. Lots of stuff going on. Not all of it good, but all of it worth talking about. So we got a couple of videos coming out this weekend. We got a couple that already came out recently. And if you just want to relax and you don't want to talk about Marvel Strike Force, check out my other channel, Mongooli's Movie Show, where I just had an interview with Purple Sticky about the movies, the flicks that make him tick. It was a really fun interview. I'm going to have an edited version coming out hopefully very, very soon. But for now, you can check out the entire live stream if you want to. It was a great conversation with an absolutely amazing star. I appreciated him coming on the show. All right, if you made it this far in the video, you probably enjoyed it. Hit that like button to let me know. And maybe leave a comment for engagement purposes. It helps the channel. If you want more content like this, hit subscribe and we'll get to see a lot more stuff coming out of this channel in the very near future. We are building towards 1,000 at a very steady pace at this point, and it's really exciting to see. We record these live over at twitch.tv/The Mongooli Show. We go live Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So if you want to go check that out, hit the follow button. Know when we go live. You can interact with me in real time. We have a really good chat room over there. It's a ton of fun. But until next time, Commanders, I hope you're safe, I hope you're well, and good luck to you.